Everyone. How are we all doing today? Hello, Adam. Happy Sunday afternoon to you too. Are you having a good day? Hope you've had a good weekend. Happy Sunday. Ready for the new week to start? Hi, Gary. How you doing? AEMJ, hello. Happy Sunday. How's it going? Got some music in the background today. We're really stepping up this production value. Look at this. The FTSE 100 is absolutely... I'm literally blown away by what the FTSE 100 has been doing. It's crazy. Look at that. Last month. Hello. See more people joining. Belly pork, thank you very much that the lighting looks okay today. I've had a right time with the lighting. I'm sorry if this music is too loud, by the way, guys. I thought it was okay, but it might be a little bit loud. I don't actually know how to turn it down now that we're on. If I figure it out, I'll sort it out, but if not, I hope it's okay. But yeah, the FTSE 100, it's doing so well. Look at this, year to date, 1 year, amazing stuff. Can everyone hear me okay? Can everyone hear me okay? Are we good with the sound? I hope so. 5 years, this is crazy. Look at this. It's at pretty much, I don't know if it's finally got to all-time highs, but this is insane. Absolutely incredible. I think it's because, okay, people are saying that they can hear. That's good. I feel like with the FTSE 100 in the UK, we have a lot of those, I want to say boring companies, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean we don't have a lot of the, the real big tech companies. And because of that, I feel like it's actually doing quite well. Whereas like if we flip, well, in current times, if we go to the S&P 500, okay, it's starting to go up. But let's just expand this. Like compared to the FTSE, I mean, obviously it's all comparative, right? But it's not reaching all-time highs right now, whereas the FTSE 100 is. And I think that's just the difference between what is actually in the FTSE 100 compared to the S&P 500. In the S&P 500, a lot of the companies are the big tech companies that take up a large percentage. And they have been, not doing so great recently. Let's have a look. Let's just look at Apple. I think they're starting to rebound a little bit now. But, we've only got to have a look. 6 months down. Let's go over to Microsoft. 6 months down. And you can just keep going. Amazon, 6 months down. I feel like they're starting to come back now. Do you guys have any of these companies, by the way? I hope... How do I turn this music down? I don't know how to turn it down. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm turning the music down, guys. I hope that's a little bit better. I hope you can still hear it, but that should be a bit better. Hi, Leggy. How's it going? You having a good Sunday? You having a good weekend, actually? Lighting looks good. Thank you. I hope so. Hopefully this light that is shining on my face doesn't decide that it's going to give up and just fall over again. Hi, Nicholas. Hello. Got lots of people joining. Good to see some of you guys that join nearly every week. Thank you for always supporting this channel. Danielle Divers, hello. Thanks, Mark. I'm trying to go live pretty much every weekend. Actually, I should use this time to quickly say next Sunday, whatever next Sunday is, I'm not going to be live, and it's because of a very exciting thing that I'm doing. So I'm actually going to be on a live panel interview, which is going to be so exciting. I'll drop the details for it a few more times before it actually happens, but it's going to be myself, and it's going to be hosted by a guy called Dividend Dave. He does like a podcast, and he's got a YouTube channel, and he's also very active on Twitter. And then it's going to be 2 other people as well as myself. So I'm repping for the UK dividend area, I suppose, but I'm very, very excited. And then the one after that, Sunday after that, I don't think I'm live either, but I might try and do like a few other lives that aren't on Sundays just to make up for it. But yeah, everything seems to be going on the Sunday at the moment. You can hear me? Good, good, good. How is everyone? Let me know if you've been buying anything recently. Let me know what you've been buying, and I'll have a quick look at it. That would be interesting. Pink hand waving. 75% of the FTSE 100 exposure is abroad. Yeah, this is the thing. Like when people say FTSE 100 or S&P 500, people say, oh, but you're only getting exposure to the UK market, or you're only getting exposure to the American market. And actually, it's not really the case, because you take any one of those big companies in the S&P, in the FTSE 100, in any of the indices, really, and they're not just companies that, yeah, they may be headquartered in the UK, headquartered in America, but they're global companies. So I think that's what you're saying, Tommy. If I'm wrong, sorry, but that's how I'm understanding it. Like these are global companies. So yeah, they might be headquartered in one location, but they're all around the world. They're selling all around the world. AEMJ, how's it going? Music today, we're going up in the world. Yeah, there's an option on this new software that I'm using that I can put like some music on. I just hope it's not really distracting. I can't hear it anymore at all, but it's still on apparently. It's still on. So VUC is a better choice than VUSA in your dividend portfolio. So I personally have VUSA as my largest holding out of any ETF and any individual stock. I don't actually have VUC at all. So what I've done is I've created a portfolio that has VUSA. I've still got FTSE Global All Cap in my last year's ISA, so I've got that as well. But mainly it's VUSA and then individual UK dividend paying stocks. That's how I've done it. But my way is not perfect. That's just how I'm doing it at the moment. And I'm going to look to probably introduce some more individual UK dividend paying companies very, very soon. So that's exciting. It's one of my new tax year goals. And I'll of course keep adding to VUSA as time goes on. It's nice to all hear you speak to each other. That's cool. Belly pork, don't mention Tesla, please. Why? Are you not a fan of Tesla, belly pork? I'm guessing you are not a fan of Tesla. Tesla's been having a very rough time. A very rough time, but I'll try not to mention it. However, sorry, belly pork, I do actually have some Tesla stock, so I'm kind of hoping that it starts doing a little bit better. Eventually, everything that I have in my free trade portfolio, which is a general investment account, it's not an ISA. My plan is to hopefully, when the time is right and when it makes sense to do so, move them positions into an ISA account, because ideally I don't really want to have to, I'm not saying I'm at the limit, but I never want to have to pay tax on gains or on dividends if I can help it, right? If I'm exceeding my ISA limit, then that's a problem future me will deal with, because that is a problem I'm willing to have. But if I can help it, I don't want to have to. So, I'm going to wait till these stocks go up a bit and then probably remove everything I have from my general investment account and reinvest into my ISA. And I know that it's a bit annoying to have to do it like that, but I want everything in one place and I want everything in my ISA. R&R, how's it going? How are you doing? Anyone who has an index probably has all these stocks. Yeah, exactly. If you're holding VUSA or an index like that, yeah, you're going to have exposure to these stocks, the ones that we're speaking about, the Amazon, the Apple, the Tesla, the Microsoft. Definitely going to be having all of them. Okay, question for you guys. What are your thoughts on having, I'm just going to say for an example, having VUSA that clearly has some of the biggest holdings as Microsoft, Apple, all of these companies that we've just looked at, and then having a separate individual holding of one of those companies because maybe you really believe in it and you want like larger exposure. So for example, do you think it's pointless to have 80% of a portfolio in Vusa and then have 20% of the portfolio in Microsoft? That's something I've been thinking about recently, like the duplications of that. But if you really believe in it, then you might want more exposure than perhaps the ETF gives you, but you're not willing to go 100% in, stuff like that. Dom, you made it. Thank you for being here. Have you tried to come before then and you've not been able to? Maybe the timing's not great. I normally do it at 4 p.m. on a Sunday. Maybe people are still out at that time. But today we're going in at 5. And then I've got a video coming out at 6. The video is all about premium bonds, some changes that have happened to premium bonds and like commonly asked questions about premium bonds. Are they worth it? Should you have them as an emergency fund? Things like that. So try and check that out if you're interested. It will be out at 6 p.m. So I'll be on the premiere chat of that at 6 p.m. as well. But glad to have you, Dom. Glad you can make it. The Haunted Hut. Oh, that's a scary name. Evening. Do I invest in crypto? That's a good question. I do, yes. It's something that I don't really speak about. And that's because, I guess, 2 reasons. One, I don't feel like I know enough to speak about my crypto holdings with absolute confidence. Like I know them enough for me to want to invest into them, but I don't feel like I want to speak about it that often. But if you're interested, do let me know. And I feel like the second reason, which ties into what I've just said, I don't know if people are interested on this channel. You know, people normally watch my videos for UK dividend stocks or just investing in stocks and equity in general rather than cryptocurrency. But I am also interested in crypto as an investment. However, it's not my largest portion of my portfolio, nor do I ever see it becoming that. But I'm happy to take on some of that risk. And yeah, I do also believe that it's kind of the way the world is going. And I think, you know, a lot of the coins and the cryptocurrencies that we have now will just go. They won't be around, but there'll be some that absolutely stick and some that stay, and it will be the new future of money. And I don't know what time period that is, but I think that's probably going to happen. It's crazy because even my granddad, you know, he's mid-80s, and he like mentions cryptocurrency to me now, and he asked me how Bitcoin's performing and stuff like that. So clearly people, you know, it's catching on, and it's not just for the young generation. But yeah, I do invest in crypto. Do you guys invest in crypto? Why is this comment coming up with hand pink waving? I'm guessing this is an emoji, right, of a hand waving, but it's not coming up for me. Hello. Hi, Dave. I'm probably going to get some Microsoft shares tomorrow. Oh, that's interesting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Microsoft for you. Dave, whilst I'm looking at Microsoft, if you feel comfortable, let us know why Microsoft and why tomorrow. Or is tomorrow just because the markets are opening and you think tomorrow is maybe there's not a lot of thought that went into that. So yeah, 1 year Microsoft down by, look at that, down by 19%. I'm acting surprised, but equally I'm not surprised just because it's been the case with all of these companies. But yeah, you've only got to zoom it out and look at that. Look at the run that they had. And this point here, I don't know, can I zoom in? Let's zoom in. Whoa, we're getting high tech on this channel. If none of this bit here existed and you were just looking down here, like this would have looked like a massive dip. Like, is this ever going to recover? This is crazy. It's gone down so much. And then look what it went on to do. It went on to reach all-time highs. And yeah, it's fallen again and it's fallen. But if you're a believer in Microsoft or any of these companies, it's just a buying opportunity, honestly. It's just a buying opportunity. And I personally, when I think about Microsoft and I think about their customers, you know, their individual customers, but also all the businesses around the world that use Microsoft software and products and services, if they're having to cut costs in these times, in these economic downturns, are they going to cut Microsoft as the first thing? Probably not, because of how reliant so many businesses are on Microsoft. Yeah, they're probably going to cut Microsoft as opposed to maybe removing half of their workforce, perhaps. But I still think that, it's an in-demand company and I don't see them going anywhere. But I only have Microsoft within my VUSA. I don't have it as an individual holding. I'm sorry, Belly Pork, but Craig is a fan of Tesla by the looks of it. B&M to diversify a bit in a recession and cost of living. Yeah, this is a good shout, I feel like. For those of you who either aren't in the UK or just don't know, maybe there's not a B&M near you, but essentially it's a discount store. They sell everything from shower gels to tins of olives. And typically it's a lot cheaper place to go and get products than perhaps your large supermarkets. B&M probably mostly, I don't know, like when I think about the last time I went to B&M, you can get a lot of food items, but you wouldn't really go there to get maybe all of your fresh fruit and vegetables. But anyway, I'm going off topic. You purchase some to diversify a bit, and due to the recession and cost of living, you're thinking that people might turn to go and shop at B&M rather than maybe some other places. So yeah, I think that makes complete sense. Let's take a look at B&M. Let's take a look. I'm quite zoomed in now with this, but it should be okay. B&M stock. Here you go. Listed on the FTSE 100. British multinational. Okay. So let's see how they've been performing. So 6 months, they're up. Year to date, they're up. 1 year, they're down. 5 years up, but not by a great deal. And let's just zoom out here. So when did they join? Okay, so they've not, I guess we all know, they've not been around that long. They've not been on the FTSE 100 that long compared to a lot of other companies. They took a hit here in 2020. They've rebounded to all-time highs since. They've taken another hit, and then they're starting to recover here. They're starting to recover. I wonder I don't even know if this is a stock that you can actually get, but there's another company called Home Bargains here in the UK.
I don't have an answer for that.
Oh God, it's trying to, Siri's trying to help me. No, I guess Home Bargains isn't. That's a shame. I was going to say, I've never seen it. But yeah, I think that makes complete sense, Oliver. Complete sense. I've not personally done that myself, but I did definitely think about it. My 2023 goals are in progress. 10. Wow. Well done. That is amazing. I'm guessing you've just been doing that through healthy eating, exercise, all of the normal stuff. And for investing, you're buying the FTSE All World ETF. Amazing. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that one. You're getting some absolute, amazing companies. You're getting diversification. A Vanguard ETF is going to be low ongoing charges. Great performance. You're getting a dividend as well that you can reinvest. So fantastic. And well done, Adam, for achieving this already, achieving a weight loss of 10K and then going on to carry on investing. Incredible stuff. I was thinking of changing my 401k to, so this is, I'm guessing you're in America then, Dom. That's why you weren't able to make some of the other live streams. That makes sense. To a quarter S&P, a quarter NASDAQ, a quarter Russell, and a quarter global index. Thoughts? Well, firstly, I think that sounds amazing. I wonder without looking into it, I don't know, but the first thing that comes into my head is I wonder what the overlap and the duplication of companies within those would be. You're going to get, so let's just have a look. So obviously I'm very familiar with what the NASDAQ index has. Let's just have a look. Sorry, the S&P. Yeah, so then in the NASDAQ, you're going to have quite a few overlaps. That's all I'm thinking. I think that's a great option, but how come you're thinking of that split specifically? Like, for example, why not half S&P and half global index? I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I don't think it's a bad option whatsoever. I'm just thinking of the duplication that there may be. But yeah, have a look into that. Have a look into it. Bought shares in Virgin Money this week, ready for their ex-dividend date. Nice, nice, nice. I never remember to have a look when the ex-dividend date of companies that I'm going to be investing into are. Just because it doesn't change much for me. Like if I miss it, it's a bit annoying, but I miss it. And then I just take the mindset of when the next one comes along, I'm going to probably have even more shares. So I'll get even more dividends. But yeah, nice. I don't know when their ex-dividend date is off the top of my head, but that's cool. Can't hear the music anymore. Oh. Where did my music go? Right, it's coming up, AEMJ. Apparently it is. Okay. Should be back on, but let me know if it's not. Let me know if it just disappears. Too much to think about. Craig has said DLG.L. So that's Direct Line Group, the L being just that it's on the London Stock Exchange. Yeah, Direct Line Group. Did I ask what you've all been buying? Maybe that's why you're telling me Direct Line Group. So Direct Line Group's an interesting one, actually, because they've recently cut their dividends, I believe. If I read that right. I remember reading something about that. So do fact check me on this one, please. Please, please, please. But I remember reading something about how the harsh weather has caused lots of like burst pipes and things like that. And that has led to an increase in claims. And because of that, they have now had to cut a dividend. I don't know if it's ongoing or just one dividend payment. I'm gonna confirm that, and I'm gonna probably make like a short or something on it. But I remember seeing something about that. For individual stocks, I am buying Diageo. Yes, I have Diageo in my portfolio. I absolutely love having Diageo in there. I just feel like the products, the company, I don't want to say the companies that they have, but essentially it is, isn't it? They're Diageo, and then they own all the companies. It's like how Unilever and Reckitt Benckiser work as well. They have the name of the company, but then they have all of these companies that we know of. And like that's so smart as a business, right? Because let's just say one of the brands that Diageo has, there's a news article, really bad, puts them in a really bad light. I don't know, someone got ill. I don't know what it is. Let's just say that there's a really bad article that goes around about one of the companies that Diageo has. Because us as a consumer don't necessarily, well, we do because we're investors, right? But the average Joe won't be able to link the fact that Diageo owns all of these companies and therefore it is reflective of Diageo if something happens. They don't do that. So they can now get away with lots of different things happening to these individual companies, but them as a whole still being okay. I don't know if I explained that very well, but yeah, it's very, very smart for a company to do that. How's Diageo performing right now, actually? Let me have a look. Diageo stock. Diageo stock. Okay, so in the last, let's do year to date. Year to date, they've been up, but 6 months they're down. But yeah, this is, in my opinion, this is a stock that I'm going to hold in my portfolio. I'm really a big fan. Big fan. Hi, Adam. We have a lot of Adams. So hello, welcome, another Adam. Thank you for being here. Weekly streams sound cool. Yeah, I'm trying to do weekly streams. I have been doing weekly streams, but I said earlier that next week I am on a guest panel talking about investing and dividends. So I'll be sure to share that and I'll stream it on my channel. It just won't be like this. it'll be more of like an interview type thing. So that'd be really fun. But yeah, thank you for joining. Yeah, I don't think this music is working. Figure that out next time. Tommy. Considering Henderson Far East Income Limited, they pay over 8% dividend and increase their dividends for over a decade now. Honestly, I've not heard of this. I've not heard of Henderson Far East Income Limited. When you said they pay over 8%, my first thought was, is that sustainable? Have they done that for a long time? But now you've said that they've increased this for over a decade. I'm a bit more settled with that idea. So that's cool. Yeah, I've not really looked into it. Tell us about it. Recent buys, Cake Box, Hikma, I hope I'm saying that right, and Safe Store. All companies I'm not very familiar with. I've definitely heard of Cake Box for sure, but I've not heard of the other two. Cake Box stock. Is he 250, right? Am I wrong? Is he 100? Let's see what. Ah. Okay. Bean count, let us know. Let us know about these companies. Get in your ISA sooner rather than later. It looks like the UK government is going to war with people earning money in stocks. Yeah, it's so sad, isn't it? One thing that I really liked about the UK was the ISA. The ISA limits, like compared to the US, and if we've got any US people here, like do confirm this with me, but our tax-free allowance of £20,000 a year is actually really quite good. But now that there seems to be increase in the capital gains tax, the dividend tax, it's just, yeah. I've made a video kind of recently about this. It doesn't feel very recent to me because I've been filming so much, but recent to you guys on the channel about everything that's going on with why an ISA is becoming more important than ever. Not pointless. You are simply tilting said ETF. So I think this is about the question I asked earlier. Is it pointless having like 80% in VUSA and then 20% in one of the VUSA holdings? This is the kind of answer that I've come to the conclusion of. You're just saying that you want a slightly different weighting. So by having 80% of VUSA, you're getting that 80%. But then if you have an additional, the rest of your portfolio, 20% in Apple, you're just saying, I want a larger percentage of Apple within my portfolio holdings. So yeah, I feel like it's not pointless either. I agree. But the only thing I worry about is then, well, I don't know. I was going to say the cost of doing that, but probably wouldn't make too much difference. Is it possible to have S&P 500 and Berkshire stock separately? Yeah. So what you could have, you could have like VUSA, and then you can invest into Berkshire Hathaway as well, for sure. And obviously then I think what you're trying to point out here, Adam, is that you're going to get exposure in VUSA, but you could have it separately. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Better than 100% VUSA. Vincent, you're going to have to remind us what is better than 100% VUSA. Belly pork. How is it going? Started using your Excel tracker. Thank you. So this is a good point, actually. So I am going to be improving the dividend tracker. I'm going to be making it a lot better. It's going to take some time. But yeah, I'm going to make improvements. And anyone that has already purchased it or is a Patreon member and has got it for free will get the updated version when it comes out. I won't obviously charge or anything like that. I'll send you the updated version. But yeah, exciting things coming. You're up 120 this year. That's fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Come and join the Discord, and then I want to hear all about your portfolio. I want to hear everything you have in there. Reinvest in smaller dividends is more cost effective in an ETF until you have built up a pot to dump on the main holding. So hang on. Sorry, I've just noticed there are 57 people here. That is incredible. Hello to all 57 of you. Thank you for taking 56. We lost one. We lost one, guys. Sorry. 56 people are here on their Sunday, joining to talk about investing. It's incredible. This is a reminder. Oh, my hair's in the way. Eat, sleep, invest, repeat. Anyway, back to bean count. Reinvesting small dividends is more cost effective into an ETF. So are you saying that if an ETF pays you dividends, it's more cost effective to reinvest those into that ETF than in an individual company, maybe? Personally, the way I'm dealing with reinvesting dividends is that I'm not really investing them straight away when they come into my account. And that's not because that's a better method or anything like that. I just let them go into my account as cash. And then when I'm ready to invest, I just automatically use them to invest along with any deposited money that I've put in. Because right now I'm not getting so many dividends that I'm like, oh my God, I've got £200 here. I need to get it to work. It's, pennies at this stage. But January has been a very, very good month. I won't say any more because I'll make a whole video in February about how much my portfolio paid me in January. But it's exciting. Both VUSA and VOOC, and you hold on to some individual stocks in these ETFs as well. Kind of sounds like what I do with VUSA and then individual stocks. But you've got VOOC as well. I agree regarding crypto being the future. Yeah, I feel like there's still quite a lot of people that are split on this one. By the way, we've got 61 people here now. So 62. This is insane. Makes me very, very happy to see this. I still can't get over people liking this channel because I absolutely love it, but I am biased. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of the coins will just go. There's not room for all of them, in my opinion, but the ones that are going to stay, I think, are going to do crazy things. What's your opinion on monthly dividend stocks? I don't really have an opinion. I see why they would be really nice for an income, from an income perspective. Like you can guarantee steady income every single month. That sounds nice, but I would never pick a company based on the fact that they pay monthly dividends. I think that's because in the UK, we're not as spoiled as you guys are in the US. You've got Maine, you've got Realty Income, and perhaps I'll get them in the future in my own portfolio. But yeah, I'm not too bothered. I don't think they're a bad thing. I don't think they're a good thing. I'm just indifferent. If it's a good company anyway, then great. If it's not a good company, I'm not going to buy it because it's a monthly dividend payer. That's kind of my attitude. But yeah, let's just quickly talk about, I didn't have an agenda for today, so we can go off topic, but I've been thinking a lot recently about having some US individual stocks in my portfolio. Of course, even within an ISA, there is a 15% withholding tax, providing you filled out the form that drops it from 30 to 15. So whilst I can't, all the time that I can't have a massive, holding in these companies, I'm probably not going to necessarily have an individual position. However, it's one of the aims of the new tax year for me to increase my positions in some US individual stocks. I'm not only thinking about dividend stocks, I'm thinking about some growth stocks as well. It really annoys me actually that people always say to me, like, why do you care so much about dividends? You're missing out on all the growth. I don't only care about dividend stocks. I clearly do care because I have a portfolio of dividend stocks, but I wouldn't not add a stock to my portfolio because it didn't pay a dividend, Anyway, what I was saying is, whilst I can only have maybe a position of up to £500, I'm probably not going to bother. But as soon as I've got enough capital to maybe make that position a few £1,000, which I'm working towards, then I'm going to not worry too much about the 15% withholding tax. That was a long-winded way of saying it. Have a look. Hello, CS. I don't think I've seen you here before, so thank you for joining. Is this a stock? INDI. Oh, I haven't shared my screen. Hang on. Let me share my screen, guys. So here we go. A FTSE 250. So this is a FTSE 250 company, pharmaceutical business. Okay, I don't know exactly what they do, but they're in that sort of sector anyway. Let's see how they've been doing. We'll look 1 month, amazing stuff. Year to date, doing well. What on earth happened here? CS, please let us know what happened right here. That's intriguing. That's really intriguing. Okay. Is this... Hang on. Hang on. What's going on here? When did that happen? October. And then 5 years. And then let's max it out. Whoa, this is so crazy. June 18, they just fell to like maybe their lowest point in April 19. And then since then, it's been a bit volatile, but it's been definitely going up. And in the last like year to date, 1 year, that I'm really confused about this. Why is there like a random... This looks wrong. I don't know what's... I'm definitely going to have a little look into this, but let me just scroll down to the bottom of my comments. Has someone told me what's going on here? Not yet. Okay, we're going to come back to this. But there you go, guys. CS has told us, well, told me about a stock that I didn't know about before. And this performance has just intrigued me. I don't even know if this company pays dividends. I don't know what their dividend history is. I don't know anything about them. But just looking at that, I want to find out more for sure. I invest in crypto and it's your largest allocation. I'm 22, so feel like I have a bit of room to be a bit riskier. Yeah. It's not my largest allocation, but it isn't small either for me anyway. I can only talk about what's a large investment and what is a small investment for me. But yeah, it's not my biggest holding. It's not equally very small for me. So I do feel like what you're saying is kind of the way that I feel. However, it's not my largest. So I'm clearly not as risky as you are. But you're making a good point about the age there. Lots of people tell me all the time that I need to be more riskier with my investments whilst I'm young and then focus on income when I'm older, which I understand where they're coming from, you know, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being interested in dividends alongside growth at this age. Adam, what's your largest holding within your crypto portfolio? AEMJ, Patreon member. I invest in crypto. I already know that. But yeah, let's see what other people. It seems to make more sense to buy into stable crypto exchange and get some established tokens you could stake. Yeah, I don't really know much about this whole staking of crypto business, to be honest. I just purchased crypto and now it's on the ledger. That's pretty much it. And I plan to hold it until I become a millionaire from it, and then I'll sell it. Guys, I've just realized I must not have changed it. Oh God. So I'm posting a lot right now. I'm posting 4 times a week, which means I easily forget what time videos are coming out because I just have them so far ahead of the game at the moment. But it seems like the Bond video that I said was coming out at 6 has already come out. So, silly me. But if you want to go and watch it after this live stream, like that would be amazing. Tech has downside until the end of the year. You bought into a small position in Seeing Machines Limited. So you think tech's going down for the rest of 2023? It seems like it's starting to pick up a little bit now compared to at the beginning of January, end of last year. But who knows what the rest of 2023 will have in store for us. I'm quite behind on these comments, guys. Sorry. Going 100% of FTSE Global All Cap Index. I don't have 100% of my portfolio in it. I do have a holding in the FTSE Global All Cap, but it's within my last year ISA provider's account. So I don't add to it or anything. It's just there doing its thing. But yeah, just Global All Cap in general, you're getting exposure to different market cap. So you're getting large cap, mid cap. You're getting it says it in the name, right? Global. You're getting globally diversified portfolio just by that one holding. And it's pretty cheap as far as a lot of portfolios go. But have a look what companies you're going to get, where your exposures come in, and just see before going 100% in, of course. Hi, Hayley. I've seen a think tank say the government should/might cut ISA total limit to. What do you think? I would hate to see the ISA limit get cut. That would be so sad. I really hope that's not the case. If they're going to make capital gains tax and dividend tax outside of an ISA be even more horrible, then I want to keep the ISA. I'll hide everything in there. Time will tell. Time will tell. It would upset me greatly if anything changed with the ISA limit. Interested in Microsoft investment into the new AI technology, ChatGPT. I think they're undervalued, solid company. I feel like I share a lot of them thoughts as well, Dave. I think it's going to either be crazy good or it's not going to take off. But I'm with you. I think what Microsoft is doing right now is just showing that they're geared up for the future. And like I said earlier, they're not with a lot of these companies as well. This isn't just Microsoft specifically, but people don't realize like the entirety of the revenue streams that these companies actually have. When you think of Apple, let's just say, you might only think of iPhones. But then you've got to think of, okay, all the other products that they sell, fine. But then they have Apple TV, they have other services. Like they've got so much other stuff going on that makes them money. They're not just reliant on one product. And that's the same with a lot of them. But yeah, I'm also very interested to see how that one turns out. New to the channel. Hello, Fast Eddie. Thank you for coming and thank you for just being interested in the channel, honestly. Have I got any Bitcoin? No, I don't have any Bitcoin right now. I used to have Bitcoin, but I don't anymore. Thoughts on Tesla? Sorry, belly pork. Tesla has been brought back up. I didn't do it though, to be fair. I like Tesla. I have some Tesla holding. I think it's a bit crazy right now, but they're leading the market. And I just think what they're doing has been absolutely fantastic. And I like Elon Musk. I think it's a great company and yeah, a great stock as well. But that's just my 2 cents. It doesn't mean that you should go and put all your money into Tesla or anything like that, because I don't have all my money in Tesla. I would quite like a larger position one day, though, for sure. Chasing ex-dividend dates can be a headache, but I see it as increasing my income. Psychological trick. Yeah, there's loads to be said about dividend investing in terms of your motivation and psychology, for sure. I definitely think it does help. Just tracking dividends helps me so much. It makes me so much more motivated about continuing to do this so I can see them grow over time. But I would, like I said earlier, I'm not just interested in dividend stocks. I also am interested in growth stocks and companies that don't pay a dividend and just ETFs and everything. I just love thinking about investing. Tonight, mentioning Tesla and crypto is not allowed. Yeah. I'll try and stop, but if someone else brings it up, I can't be held responsible. They cut the next dividend. Yes. Okay, so I wasn't going mad. Thank you, Craig, for looking into that for me. Yeah, so what I was saying earlier was Direct Line Group cut their dividend, their next dividend. And I think I read that it's because of the cold weather and how that's putting pressure onto their business and everything like that. And they're looking to then focus back to their financials and fundamentals and getting that all steady again, ready to obviously continue being a dividend payer in the future. But you're saying they cut their next dividend and the price drops 30%. So in your honest opinion, it's a good time to buy. I don't personally have Direct Line. But if you're interested in Direct Line, yeah, absolutely, Craig. Now would probably be a very good time to pick up some of this stock for a very discounted price. UK government is basically destroying the idea of investing long term. Oh, man. just as I start getting into investing, I'm like 3 years in my journey. I'm ready to like go full steam ahead into investing as much as I can, retiring early, you know, and then those are people are now scaring me. But yeah, it's true. It all seems to be going a bit wrong at the moment. It does. It's very scary. I think you know, we've just got to keep going until we know any different. At the moment, the ISA limit is 20,000. Let's just think about that for now. New City High Yield Fund, another one that I haven't heard of. Tommy, you're telling me about all these companies that I've never heard of before. So thank you. Over 8% solid dividend for over 2 decades. And they also have exposure to bonds. That's pretty impressive. Over 8% dividend yield for over 2 decades. I would like to see the balance sheet of this. That is very, very interesting. Defo, not Jack. That is a great question. Difference between VUSA and VU. Not a lot, really. Not a lot. If you're hearing about VU and, you know, US people saying that they love VU and they're all in on VU and all of this, then VUSAs basically are equivalent if you want to look at it like that. There's not that much difference. The holdings are pretty much the same. The performance is pretty much the same. You know, I don't want to say it is the same, but yeah. I remember when I started investing and I was hearing about VU and I was thinking, I want that. But VUSA is basically the equivalent, both S&P 500 trackers. Growing franchise that has managed a good dividend. Oh, okay. Thank you. So Cakebox. Oh, you've told me what they're on as well. FTSE 250 AIM. Nice. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, like I said, I've not really heard of any but Cakebox before. I am so slow going through these comments. Cakebox has been on your radar. It's undervalued. Okay, let me note this down. I'm going to look into Cakebox. Cakebox. I'll have a look. What was that other one I wanted to look at that had the crazy peak? I'll go back through and have a look for that. I don't understand why people don't just buy stocks like Persimmon, usually around a 17% yield, no brainer. The reason the talking, great name, by the way, and great picture. The reason is because high dividend yield does not always mean a good stock. You know, they might have a high dividend yield, but it's a different matter to be able to sustain that year on year on year and have good fundamentals, still be able to grow. You know, there's so much more that makes a good stock that is outside of just having a high dividend yield. I'm not saying Persimmon Homes specifically is a company that has a high dividend yield and is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that is why, you know, just in general, be careful with just high dividend yields. Berkshire is a different growth ETF. I feel like it's only been really recently that I've started to see how powerful Berkshire Hathaway have been and are. It's crazy. Go and look at Berkshire Hathaway performance versus VU or just the S&P 500, whatever. It's quite impressive. But then again, Warren Buffett's quite impressive. So I love that you just shout everything. Okay, let's have a look. This company is a supplier of refractory products, systems, and services, and it's on the FTSE 250, headquartered in Vienna. Vienna is a very nice place. That's what I can say. Whereas here is that? Can you see that? Let's have a look how they've been doing. Impressive performance so far. Okay, let's max it out. Whoa, okay, this has not been around very long, so not too much data to look at, but where's 2020? And then it recovered. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of this company before. I wonder, let's have a look at dividend. I don't know if they even pay a dividend, so I'm going to have a look. Oh, they do. They are a dividend payer. Okay. So they paid twice. Let's see if they've been able to sustain. Okay, so they went up 2017, 2018, then they cut their dividends, then increased them back to pretty much the same levels, decreased, increased. Yeah, so they've been a bit all over the place with, here you can see it here, with how they've, oh, it's not showing you. Hang on. Hopefully this will now work. Yes, okay. Let me repeat what I was just doing. So I was just seeing if they're a dividend payer, which they are. They have a dividend yield of about 5.2. And then I was looking at their annual dividends and saying how they haven't been paying dividends for too long by the looks of it. They've been a bit all over the place with them. Like down here, you can see that they've increased, and they've decreased, and they've increased, and they decreased. So for me, if I was looking at this stock, I would just want to start looking at their fundamentals, you know, checking their top line, their bottom line, their net income, their growth, all of these things, and just earnings per share, just having a thorough look and seeing if that is a company that you know, want to have in your portfolio or not. Yeah. But interesting. I've never heard of this company before. It really throws me off because I've got a laptop and I've got a screen. And when I'm on the laptop screen controlling what you can see, it looks like I can't tell where my cursor is. So then I have to like mess around with it to try and get it back. There you go. Not so much where commissions apply. It can often be cheaper putting a small cash amount into an ETF. Okay, so that was about the earlier comment. Cool. Crypto been booming these past few weeks. Sorry, crypto's been bought up again. Not my problem. I'm sorry. But yeah, it seems like crypto has been doing well recently again. You can then reallocate. So we are using an ETF to help us grow more cash to put into our main individual stocks. That's quite a good idea. I never really thought about that, but I guess I do that, right? Because my largest holding is an ETF. It's VUSA. I get the most dividends from that position than any other position. And I naturally use those dividends to buy more shares of other companies. So I guess without knowing, I was doing that as well. I like monthly pay. Yeah, I feel like monthly pay is great in terms of just knowing that you're getting paid every single month and you're getting a steady income. But at the moment, I don't really need a monthly income from my dividend portfolio. I get paid every month from my job, and dividends just come in as and when. They're always a surprise. Did Vanguard finally pay you? Yes, they did. It came very late, Adam. Very, very late, but I finally got it, so all is good. Vanguard will probably pay when Hayley hits 3. Well, let's just have a look. Hang on. Let me see what subs we're on. Okay, we're on 3,494 subscribers. Like, that makes me so happy. You guys have no idea. I didn't even think we'd get to 1,000. We got to 1,000. Now we're on nearly 3,500. It's insane. I really want to get to 5,000 now. That feels like the next milestone, and I'm just so excited to see 5,000. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. When we get to 5,000, let's have a live stream party. We'll talk about investing and just be happy that the channel's at 5,000. But yeah, I hope Vanguard pay me when I get to 3.5, but they've already paid, unfortunately. So I don't think that's going to happen. Remember to price in the exchange rates. Yeah. Very, very good point, Tommy. Very good point. I feel like that's something that like a lot of people forget. Like there's the withholding tax, and then there's also exchange rates. So you do need to look at both when thinking about individual US stocks, for sure. Great point. There's definitely going to be better times to buy it. Should investing into commodities like gold and silver be considered as well as future of nuclear power and as an alternative energy source? Invest in, okay, that was a mouthful. Uranium. Okay. I personally, like, people in the comments, please tell us if you invest into any commodities at all. I personally don't, but I am probably looking to in the future, and that most likely will be either and or silver and gold, either or both. Who knows? Who knows? Good afternoon. Hello. Thank you for joining. I'm great. I'm doing really good. I'm in my investing top, so all is good. Trig seems to be a bit flat at the moment compared to others on my own that have risen this year. Yeah, Trig isn't doing too great. Nor is actually a thought on this. Let me so hard to control this mouse. Where on earth is it? So I don't think I can show two at the same time. No. Okay. So all I was going to say is that also my other holding in my portfolio that's been doing really bad is Tritax Big Box, which is a REIT, if you guys didn't know, a real estate investment trust. And I don't know, I'm a bit undecided what's going on with that one, you know. Whatever I decide to do, I'll be sure to tell everyone on Patreon first what I'm going with. But yeah, a little bit undecided. It can only be one true Adam here. Adam K. That's your name. Your name's Adam K. We've got lots of Adams now. Has anyone been buying? No, I should actually ask. Is anyone buying tomorrow? And what are you buying if you are? What are you buying if you are buying tomorrow? Where's my music gone? Any thoughts on ARR? Quite honestly, no. I don't have any thoughts. It's not a company that I've heard of. It's not a company that I know. Yeah, I don't. Are they even in? They're not a FTSE 100 company, right? Are they even a UK company? Let me have a look. No. Okay. Looks like it's an American company and it's a REIT. No? It's an investment corp. No. Okay. I was on the wrong thing. It is a REIT. It's an American REIT. Armour Residential REIT. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't got any thoughts on that one without looking into it. It's not one I've got. If you could fill your ISA in one hit, would you buy all your shares at the same time or spread it out over the year? So this is a question of lump sum investing versus dollar cost averaging. To be honest, I don't think there's a better one necessarily, but the studies show that lump sum investing may have a slight advantage. But everyone says dollar cost average because it keeps you more consistent, you know, motivation wise, whatever. If I could choose, this is hard because I feel like I would say lump sum invest. I'll just put it all in at the beginning and just leave it. But then again, I know how much I look forward to investing each month. So maybe I would spread it out over the year. But yeah, I think the research says lump sum investing is slightly more preferable in terms of performance. But with dollar cost averaging, you know, you're getting all the different prices. Imagine if you lump sum invested into one stock and it was at its all-time high on the day that you did it. Whereas if you dollar cost averaged into that same stock, you'd buy it at highs, you'd buy it at lows, and it was spread out. I just saw the premium bonds video came out 10 minutes ago. Was so confused. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. That was my problem. I got it completely wrong. Yes, please do go and watch it after. Let me know what you think. It was an interesting video because I didn't know too much about premium bonds before, but now obviously after doing that, I know more. How many portfolios do you have? What platforms do you use? I had my first ever ISA with Vanguard, and that is still an account I have. I just obviously don't pay into it anymore. So it just does its thing. This ISA tax year, I have my ISA with Interactive Brokers. So that's my active ISA. And then I have a free trade account, which is just a general investment account. But like I said earlier, I'll probably sell out of that and have everything within an ISA. But watch this space. The new ISA tax year is coming. People are going to be moving around. I'll be having a look what's going to be best for me as well. But of course, I'll let people know what I'm doing. The 100K cut to an ISA is from a report from the... okay, I'm going to read that report. And my pen stopped working. It's back. Resolution Foundation. Interesting. I'll let you have the OG Adam status, Adam K. Okay, we'll have Adam K and we'll have Adam. We've got another Adam as well. So we've got Adam K. My largest crypto holding is in Cardano, only just over Ethereum. I've got an average buy in. Okay, nice. But you're going to be taking profits. Oh, you're going to take profits from Cardano into Ethereum and Bitcoin. So from the altcoin in. Yeah, I think that's what you mean. Some big names there. FTSE 250, but will be floating on the NASDAQ in spring. And the spike in price is then reducing shares. Okay. That makes way more sense. I was like, what on earth happened on that given day to that stock? But that makes sense. Cool. Thanks for letting me know. Let's get through some more questions and some more comments. And then we'll start rounding it up because it's 6 p.m. on a Sunday. But remember, guys, tomorrow it opens. So make sure tomorrow you eat, sleep, invest, and repeat. Not all at the same time. Apple is moving manufacturing from China to the United States and Vietnam. Yeah, there's been a lot of issues with China in terms of, I guess, supply in general, not just with Apple. I'm starting to stockpile. That's cool that you said that because typically it's FANG, right? FAANG. But that's not really the case anymore. It's not really the case anymore. Wait, do you even mean that? Or is that a ticker symbol? Hang on. I think I've just completely misunderstood you. Let me search for... Okay. Are you talking about, Gary, are you talking about the company called Flex, LNG? Or are you abbreviating like Facebook, Netflix, something else, Google? I guess you're talking... I jumped to a conclusion there because I don't know why I thought of FANG and then I thought that you... Whatever, but... Interesting. Sold last week, Pets at Home, up. Nice. Oh, you sold out Legal and General. That's some nice profit there, Tommy. Well done. I only hold Legal and General out of all of them. For me, it's more of a long-term hold, but nice that you took some profits on those. Are you planning to rebuy any of them or you just, that's it now? Damien talks money. Yep, Damien's a friend of mine. Never met him in person, but yeah, great guy. He does have very good videos. Oh, on the think tanks. Okay, yeah. Thank you, though, Andrew, for supporting this channel, of course. But yeah, there's some fantastic UK investing channels. Damien Talks Money being one of them. Private ETF. Private Pirate ETF. Good joke. I feel like that's a joke that you would get from like a Christmas cracker, but I like it anyway. Even though, first of all, I read it as pirate, then I private, then saw and then I put the two and two together. Armor Residential REIT. Yeah. Are there any companies you were close to investing into but didn't and now regret it? Good question. Like, obviously, I wish I invested into the companies before they went crazy, but realistically, that all happened pretty much before I started investing, so that can't really be my answer. Nothing comes to mind, really. Nothing comes to mind. No, I don't know. I don't know. Nvidia, okay. Yeah. I feel like I would have liked to have been in, please, Belly Pork, forgive me, but I would like to have been in on Tesla a little bit earlier on. That's a good question, though. I'm going to think about that. Constantly buy into 5 ETFs and you pay weekly into Tesla. Okay, wow, that's a mix. Why with the weekly? Are they all weekly? You pay into every single ETF and stock weekly, or you only buy individual stocks weekly? I'm with Vanguard. That was great for my first year, but now I want to buy singular stocks. That's kind of what happened with me, Danny. I loved Vanguard and I've not got anything bad ever to say about Vanguard. They're fantastic. Customer service on point, cheap on point, good platform, like gives you what any beginner and a lot of people want. But I did want individual stocks as well. There's quite a few options out there. Have a look around. There's Trading 212 that have got their ISAs open now, I believe. Interactive Brokers, who I'm with at the moment, I'm with them. There's obviously Free Trade. There's loads. Have a look. If you're going to be buying regularly, maybe look for a commission-free platform. Just more, you keep more of your money that way. But have a look around. That's what I did. I think lump sum investing, dollar cost averaging have their pros and cons. Yes, me too. You prefer dollar cost average. Gives you something to do every. That's kind of what I was saying as well. Like, I think lump sum maybe just tips it, but really, if you're investing, you're winning. So eat, sleep, invest, repeat. I agree with you, Tommy, 100%. Put your crypto into a cold wallet if you've got a substantial amount. Substantial doesn't have to be $1 million. It just has to be substantial to you that you wouldn't want to lose. 100% with you on that one. 10 BA tobacco stocks and GSK stay done for the month. Nicely done. I hope you got some good prices there. I always forget what I ask. Should have a good year. I hope so. I hope so. Lots of people have GSK. Flex. I don't know what we're flexing, but I'm going to flex my t-shirt. Tanker ships. Okay. I'm trying to get through some of these comments of people that haven't put their comment on the screen yet. Ticker symbol SMIF stock is a stock that pays monthly. My plan is to use them dividend payments to buy my order stocks like Direct Line and Airtel. I recently added Airtel Africa to my portfolio, actually. So that's interesting. So are you interested in SMIF, or is it literally like, are you not interested in the stock at all? You don't care to hold it in the long run. You're just looking to get some dividends back to put into the other stocks? Or are you also interested, but you're using it to do that? GSK pay quarterly. They do. Love. That's funny. This is a good question. So, I mean, it changes. It depends what I'm interested in. I don't actually tend to watch that many finance videos just because I'm constantly thinking about investing and making my own videos, that quite often when I'm like switching off, I watch something else, like maybe food related or stuff like that. So it's hard to answer that question. But if you mean specifically investing channels, I love all the UK ones that you know of. Love them all. They're all great people. Fantastic stuff. I like the Joseph Colson show. You've probably heard of him. There's just so many, honestly. So many. I'm a big fan of like supporting other channels. Big fan. I'll always like try and watch their videos and comment as much as possible. But who are you guys' favorite YouTubers? You don't have to say me, by the way. That wasn't a fishing question. I'm actually interested. Investing or not? Let me know. I timed buying Tesla and it hurt a bit when I look at my position. We'll keep them long term though. Betty Pork, I thought you didn't want to speak about Tesla. Now you're bringing up Tesla. Yeah, my Tesla holding is down by a substantial amount. It's brutal, isn't it? It doesn't feel very nice, but like you said, I'm holding them for the long term as well. I just might move them into my ISA. Just don't look. I buy various amounts of cash into Tesla, NIO, HYLN every week, basically bringing my average down. Yeah, dollar cost averaging. Good on you. Good on you. Keep letting me know what you're buying. I always find it really interesting. I timed it bad. I'll keep them though. Yeah. Okay. Here is what you need to do, Belly Pork. Here's what you need to do. You need to make so much money from investing that buying an actual Tesla will be like the same as just going to buy some butter at the shops. Like it will mean that little to you because your portfolio is going to be so good. That's why I think I'm going for free trade. Yeah, free trade, commission free, right? But they do charge to have the ISA. So definitely look into that. For sure, though. There's so many platforms out there. So many. Whatever one you pick needs to just be what's best for you at that time, you know? Do you look at the dividend pies in Trading 212? So I don't have a Trading 212 account, so I don't have my own. If I ever have a Trading 212 account, I'll obviously share that with you guys. But do I look at them? Some people link me to their Trading 212, or I'll see it from someone else's video and then I take a look. Is that what you're asking me? I'm sorry if I misunderstood. Belly pork, belly pork. You just didn't want to speak about it because it's pulling on heartstrings. Have you seen that you can have BA Tobacco, GSK, Unilever in your portfolio and you'll get dividends every month of the year? Yes, risky, but others can support. So we're talking about building a portfolio where you get paid every single month of the year. Do you know, I really like doing that. I really like seeing what companies you'd have to get paid every month of the year. I released some videos before. There'll be more in the future. It's always fun and it's interesting. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You could get paid every month of the year, but you wouldn't have much diversification. So pros and cons. Any more book? Okay. For those of you who didn't know, I have a different channel. It's not investing related. It's basically book related. And I haven't posted on there for a long time, Dave. You're right. To be honest, I don't know. It's, you know, it is a channel that I have. Maybe there'll be videos in the future, but I'm just so busy with this channel right now and it's taken up all of my free time. So focusing on this one for now, but maybe in the future. But thank you for supporting that, honestly. This comment's just made me laugh. Okay, we're rounding up at 1:15. Trading 212 all the way. Lots of people love this platform. I'm interested because of the monthly to reinvest the dividends. Yeah, just make sure you reinvest your dividends. The difference reinvesting makes is insane. Not everyone's cup of tea, but Regional REIT has been my buy this month. Owner of a number of offices in the UK, a play on COVID recovery to the office and reduction in hybrid working and company. Nice. Do you know, I just appreciate when people like know why they want to invest in something and they're not just picking it because they've heard of the company before. Like they've looked at what that actually means. So yeah, I can't comment, don't know anything about this, but it sounds like you've done your research. So good job. Good time to look at buying UK REITs. Yeah, I only have one in my portfolio right now. Only one. Yes, for sure. Do you know, I just think it's really important that people talk about this stuff because picking an ISA is really difficult. And if people can watch lots of videos and do their own research and then come to a conclusion of what's best for them, then great. Yeah, I'll be doing that for sure. I'll be talking about ISA providers, who I'm going with, all of that stuff nearer the time. Trading 212, no fees. Yep, commission free. Why dividends over growth? I am of the opinion that you don't need to pick one or the other. Personally, I like to have growth in my portfolio. I like to have dividends and I like to have companies that can give me both. Oh, I've done that one. Because you can grow them dividends. Regional REIT, my monthly buy, play on people returning to the office post-COVID. Makes sense. It makes sense. Like, you've thought about what that company can actually do for the environment that we're in right now. How did you create your intro and your outro? Do you mean on videos or on here? Is there even an intro in here? I don't even know. I'm guessing you mean on the video, right? Oh my God, we've been live for over an hour and 15. I really need to wrap this up. But in terms of intros and outros, I don't know if this is going to really help or not, but I use Final Cut Pro. There's other ones that you could use. Obviously, I use Final Cut Pro. Canva is another really good piece of software, a website that you can use to make like thumbnails, and you can do little intros and outros on that as well. I believe you can. But yeah, I put on my video, I've got the in the intro, I've got the bit that comes up and it's like do 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 do. That's just a little song that I get and I put it in every video. And then the outro you make once, and then you can select what videos you want to pop up. Okay. I'm going to end it here because I'm just going to continue talking, and it will go on forever. So thank you as always for coming. It means the world that you guys support the channel. If you're interested, go and watch the video that came out whilst we were on the channel, which is a premium bonds video. Let me know what you think. Remember, eat, sleep, invest, repeat. If you want to check out the Patreon or the t-shirt that comes in 6 colors, feel free to do so. You don't have to, but feel free. But yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. And I will see you very, very soon in another video. And I'll post about the panel interview that I'm doing so you guys know all the details. But thank you for watching. Bye, guys.